The Secretary of Public Service and Environment, with the support of the Secretary of Government, conducted an inspection of the works of the Harmony Hall Hill Cemetery.
During the visit, the expansion of the cemetery and the installation of the crematory oven were inspected, and the first tests were performed to verify that it is in optimal condition for prompt operation.
Regarding the crematory oven, yesterday we did some tests in vacuum along with the Secretary of Infrastructure and Public Services personnel, who are also trained for the entire operation of the oven. The idea was to see the state of the installation of the oven, do the test, and effectively ensure that it is ready to be delivered to the governor. Once it is delivered in this month of May, the Public Services staff will be responsible for the operation of this oven to receive all the cremation issues that are needed in the department.
The head of the portfolio also tells us how the process of expansion of the vaults is going.
One is the construction of the place where the oven is right now and the expansion of the vaults. At this moment, of the vaults that are in the expansion area, we only have 55 vaults available. That is why at this moment we are calling out to the community, to all those who have relatives buried there for more than 5 years, to approach the Secretary of Public Services so that the exhumation process can be carried out.
In the coming days, they will be publishing the list of exhumation that are ready.
Teleislas News and the community mourn the passing of Jorge Muñoz Pedraza, who in life was known as one of the pillars of journalism in the department, as well as a cultural regent in the islands.
Jorge Muñoz Pedraza passed away today at the age of 76, a man full of stories, poetry and art, a veteran of the archipelago's communications who marked a great milestone in journalism. Muñoz was born in Barranquilla, but his heart is islander, since he arrived on the island in the 60s and fell in love with the island's culture, so much so that he participated in the founding of Casa de la Cultura on December 10, 1969. He was well known for creating the newspaper Hiro Compás, as well as for being an active donor of books, painter of work of art, and proclaimer of unpublished poems. The islands bid farewell to this great man who is now surely sailing in the infinite sea with his poems stored in bottles that will perpetuate his history forever.
And the Chief Firefighter Commander gave information about the work they have been conducting at the landfill.
The Chief Firefighter Commander gave an update on how the landfill fire has been handled.
The Magic Garden started out on Saturday as day one of operations with a fire of great magnitude. All the resources of the fire department, with the support of other entities, worked since Saturday. Until day 2, the flames were controlled. From Monday, we started another type of work, which is to remove the material to remove the high temperature that is underground.
Finally, he explained what happened last night at the sanitary landfill.
For that, we have been supported by the police, the Navy, private tankers. I want to highlight the company Larkin, Whitewater, and Provigas Especial. 3. Yesterday, what happened? Just some flames on one side towards the Sopesa side, but that is normal because we are working in a sanitary landfill where what people call garbage are solid combustible materials. So imagine mattresses several meters deep lit. So we have to remove with yellow machinery to move the whole mountain of garbage, cool it with water, and then put it back in place.
As of this morning, the registration to the departmental youth platform has begun. In dialogue with the Secretary of Social Development, he explained the objective of this platform.
Hello, Lisa and viewers. Good afternoon. We are transmitting from here from the departmental government facilities where they are making from today until the 17th of May the inscription to the departmental youth platform. So all the youth, them from 14 until 28 years old, can come to the facilities of the departmental government and can inscribe themselves to have participation in the decision making here in the department. The Secretary of Social Development, Carlos Pontalvo, talk about this issue.
The invitation is for all young people to participate actively in the registration of these spaces. that are open and that are of participation and decision making, to have knowledge of all the activities that are being carried out in the departmental administration, and to follow up on each of these activities in the whole issue of resources and what has to do with youth. We are complying with the Law 1622 of 2012 that establishes the whole process of the youth platforms. Likewise, our governor has given the directive to organize the youth assembly.
The inscription start from today, as how I said before. They're going down the 17th and May from 9:30 in the morning until 12 noon, and from 3 in the evening until 5 in the evening. This is all information Lisa will continue in studio with the most relevant information from the day.
Thank you, Silvette. And with the purpose of listening to the problems currently suffered by the island community, the House of Representatives will hold a dialogue table in the department.
In the plenary session of the chamber, the proposal made by the Representative Elizabeth J. Pang and Jorge Mendez to create a space for dialogue with the population of the Archipelago Department to listen to their problems in company of the delegate from the national government was approved.
Y la idea es que en esta mesa
The idea with this dialogue table is to be able to include all the national government authorities that have been working on the reconstruction of Old Providence, the fishermen's and farmers' issues, so we can do it with the community. In that sense, they can present their disagreement with the whole situation that is being experienced in the municipality. The risk unit plays a very important role there because, as you know, there are hurricanes, storms, and all these environmental issues, and we need to be very aware of the shelters, in what conditions they are, where the shelters will be located, so that in any situation we can have a safe place for all the inhabitants of Old Providence. Basically, that is what it is.
The representative indicated to this news agency that next Wednesday, May 19, a special plenary session of the Senate will be held in Old Providence, where all the problems of the island will be addressed, and it will be attended by the ministers of Housing, Environment, Agriculture, and the Management for the reconstruction.
And as a result of the Cada, Minuto, Cuenta campaign, a group of professionals from Corporación El Minuto de Dios has been assisting hurricane victims since May 6, delivering food aid, biosecurity kits, and school kits.
The El Minuto de Dios Corporation for more than 60 years has been present in times of difficulty in the country and San Andres, Old Providence, and Santa Catalina. They have been receiving their assistance after the affectation of Hurricane Iota.
We were present to identify the different needs and the situation of the families of the archipelago. Thus, in this fourth visit on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of this month of May, we were in San Andres Islands delivering groceries and food aid with toiletry kits for families in San Andres in the sectors of Guinea Hen, Morris Landing, Cove, Linval, Schooner Bight, Elsie Bar, and Blowing Hole.
A total of 300 families benefited from this delivery. The mobilization of aid has benefited more than 46,521 people from December to date. Thanks to the support of the people with generous contribution, aid was given to cover the most immediate needs, as well as the delivery of toys for Christmas to children of the island. Likewise, groceries, clothes, water, and lamps, necessary elements for the emergency, were delivered. The aid include groceries, hygiene and biosafety kits, water bottles, LED lamps, food supplements, and backpacks for the children. Each minute counts, and it is an opportunity to help the hundreds of affected families who are going through very difficult times. The organization is currently on the island of Old Providence.
Now we will be on the island of Old Providence and Santa Catalina delivering safety kits for each person who is in a tent or who has to rebuild their roofs, to the most vulnerable elderly people and people with disabilities.
It is expected that these donations will help improve the quality of life and the situation in which many people find themselves currently.
Now we continue with all sport news with Victor Fusalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. Football players and mothers are entertained with football activities at the Maracana's court. At the Maracana's court, a game was held with the idea of recreating and entertaining alongside the old glories of soccer for those mothers who enjoy this sport. This is how Jason Salcedo expresses it.
Se está jugando un partido muy aguerrido contra la familia, con un buen equipo.
Today we are playing a very tough match against La Familia, which is a very good team. Thanks to God, things have gone very well so far. The temperature is very high, as you can see. We don't have to make much of an effort. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are here and at home, to all those women who are entrepreneurs and have done their very best to bring up their children in the right path. Mother's Day is every day, because we have those who are here at the moment, those who have gone before us. We have to keep them always, we have to have them always present at every moment. Great moment to be with these people. They are soccer glories of the island that have been abroad, and we can talk with them. We are young and can learn from them.
Soccer recreation and entertainment are important for people on their youth, and in this case to celebrate in honor of the month of the mothers. Baseball players are thankful with their support to their trip to the United States. With the idea of showcasing their skills in American baseball and in hopes of being chosen by a scout that will give them an opportunity to improve their future, young prospects of island baseball express their gratitude for their support of their training process and future trip to Miami, Florida. Brandon Pohl expresses it this way.
First of all, I would like to thank the Governor and the Secretary of Sports for this great opportunity that they are giving us to go to the United States to demonstrate that we can move forward, to show that in baseball there are many prospects, there are many processes in which we train daily. We come to this training camp to give our best to get ahead. Thank you for helping us fulfill each one of our desires, each one of the goals with which we have dreamed of since we were children, to go out of the country to show that we can get ahead.
Another prospect who also expressed his gratitude was Nigel Paredes.
Well, I feel good because it's the first time I go to Miami, and I'm going to show us San Andres got talent, and all of we got good talent. We got pitcher, we got shortstop, we got plenty players, and we know so we can go do things good and left San Andres near me high.
According to these young prospects, the idea is to be able to reach Major League Baseball.